Well, here we are. Had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday. I don't know if I'd call him a friend, maybe an acquaintance, a coworker. We'll just call him a coworker. Coworker of mine makes mention of me posting pictures on social media and says, "Listen, man, if you really want to get people's attention, you've got to post videos." And then he proceeded to send me a video of himself, which is pretty entertaining. But anyways, we've got a video. Let me just take a couple minutes and tell you a story, because I guess that's what you do. Went to Home Depot today. Went to Home Depot because the blinds in my bedroom broke. Not sure how that happened, but it did. So I'm at Home Depot and I see well, let me tell you this. I went to Home Depot the first time, got a set of 52-inch wide blinds, because at least that's what I thought I was supposed to have. And let me tell you why I thought I was supposed to have 52-inch blinds. On my way out yesterday morning, I made a quick measurement with the app on my iPhone, and this one right here. Can you see it? That one right there. I used that one, and that told me that the width of my window was 52 inches. So go to Home Depot, get 52-inch wide blinds, come home, take the old ones off. They're laying on the ground in a pile, and I go to put the new ones up, and I am like a half a foot short. So I get the real measurements, which was 58 inches wide, and go back to Home Depot. Now, the second time I went back to Home Depot, I saw something very, very interesting. What I saw were remote blinds, and my initial thought was, how lazy do you have to be in order to get a remote for your blinds? But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that there's really something to it. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, if I were living by myself, my blinds would probably always stay open or always stay closed. Before I got married, I never even thought about my blinds, which apparently I've since learned you have to close them at night or everybody watches you walk around your house naked. So I've created a habit of opening them in the morning and closing them at night, at least for the most part. And so thinking about this remote for blinds, and I'm thinking like, okay, so in the morning, I walk downstairs. If I'm the first one up, I open all the blinds. I basically have to walk around the entire first level, opening the blinds one by one. And I'm thinking, if I could have a remote that would just do all of them at the same, I got to imagine that if somebody made this remote, they have to be able to all be on the same remote, right? Like you hit one button, they all open up, which sounds awesome. So I'm making this story not to tell you that I bought blinds with a remote, because I didn't. I'm too cheap, or I'm too frugal for that. We'll go with frugal. But it is an interesting thought. So anyways, I buy the cheap blinds. I get back home. So I buy the cheap blinds. I get back home and I proceed to put the 58-inch wide blinds back up. Now, it's probably 8 o'clock at night, and, it gets pretty dark early, right? So, like, it's already been dark for 4 hours. And I'm thinking about this. Like, I have this big, wide window, no blinds on, lights on, like, everybody can see what I'm doing. I hope I don't make a fool of myself. I've got this little stool that goes in my closet. Why was it so hard to think of the word closet? It goes in my closet. A little stool for my closet so I can reach the things on the top shelf. I am on display for my entire neighborhood. If my little stool were to collapse or I were to miss a step and go down, like, that would be embarrassing. And it is on display for everybody. So I got the blinds up successfully. I mean, by the time I'm done, I'm feeling like Bob Vila. My grandpa used to watch Bob Vila all the time. As a kid, I hated it. Like, it was the most boring thing on the planet. But now that I think about it, like, I would probably really enjoy watching Bob Vila. nowadays. Is this guy still around? If you know, tell me. This guy's got to be retired, but if he's still doing stuff, I would be very interested in that. Moral of the story is I didn't buy remote blinds. So sorry to disappoint you on that. And I mean, if you're still watching, thanks for hanging with me this long. I will say this though, the blinds that I did get, although they were the cheaper ones, they are cordless. Well, somewhat cordless, right? Like you don't have to pull the thing to get them to go up. You just lift them up. They're pretty neat. Although I suspect that most of them these days are probably like that. So thanks for hanging. We'll see you next time.